Okay, everyone. So right here we have the anterior view of the brainstem. So what do you think I'm going to show here? Why am I focusing my attention on the brainstem? So remember, when you read the text from the cranial nerves originates mainly from the brainstem, specific sections on different parts of the brainstem, because remember the brainstem is made of the midbrain, pons, medulla oblongata. Once it passes the foramen magnum of the occipital bone, it will change its name to spinal cord. So you can see superior, inferior, right lateral, left lateral, and medial will be right here in the middle. Okay? Again, anterior view of the brainstem. So let's focus on all the cranial nerves. So let's start off with cranial nerve number 1 and 2 on the superior portion. 1 is going to be kind of way higher, whereas 2 will be superior to the midbrain. All right. Then we will have 3 right here. So it's located between the midbrain and the pons, superior to the pons. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. So 6 will be VI. Okay? So 6 will be located superior to the medulla oblongata but inferior to the pons. And then 6 times 2 is equal to 12. So 12 will be located on the anterior portion of the medulla oblongata. All right? Now, we got 1, 2, 3. So next will be 4. 4 will be right here on the lateral side of the midbrain. Then we will have 5, which will be right here on the lateral side of the pons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're going to move to 7. 7 will be right here and 8. So 7 and 8 are always right next to each other. And as you can see, it's on the inferior but lateral side of the pons, which is also superior to the medulla oblongata. Then we will move on to 9, 10, and 11. Okay? Which is located on the lateral side of the medulla oblongata. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So hopefully this helps you remember where specifically in the brainstem these cranial nerves will arise from. Now, let's add something extra, which foramens will be exiting from. So remember, cranial nerve number 1 will be exiting from the cribriform foramina of the ethmoid bone. Okay. Cranial nerve number 2 will be the optic canal of the sphenoid bone. Whereas 3, 4, 5, and 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be exiting through the superior orbital foramina, okay, which is kind of put together by numerous bones. But remember, 5 will have 3 branches, because remember, it's trigeminal. So one of the branches will come out of the superior orbital foramen, then the other 2 branches will come out of the foramen ovale and foramen rotundum. Okay? Then 7 and 8, which is together, will come out of the internal acoustic meatus. However, 7, so I'm going to put that, will branch off exactly out of this very specific foramen that was not named before in the first part of the semester for the practical 1 information. So that will come out of the stylomastoid foramen. Okay? But you will see them both together in the internal acoustic meatus, but it will follow its own path in the stylomastoid foramen, whereas the vestibulocochlear nerve number 7 will travel just directly into the internal acoustic meatus to split between the vestibular nerve and the cochlear nerve. All right? Then we will have 9, 10, and 11. Remember, those 3 are together, and they will travel through the jugular foramen, which is found by the temporal bone, kind of like connected near the occipital bone as well. And then we're left with 12, hypoglossal nerve, which is exiting the hypoglossal canal found in which bone? If you said occipital bone, you are correct, by the occipital bone. All right. So right here, you can see the brainstem where these cranial nerves will be coming out of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And all of the different foramens that they will be coming out of. One coming out of the cribriform foramina or olfactory foramina of the ethmoid bone. Remember that the cribriform foramina are the holes found on the cribriform plate. Okay? And then we have the optic canal by the sella turcica of the sphenoid bone, if you guys remember that. And then we have 3, 4, 5, and 6, which will be coming out of the superior orbital fissure, because remember all the muscles of the eyes. But something unique about cranial nerve number 5, the trigeminal nerve, it will have the foramen ovale and foramen rotundum to exit off as well. And then 7 and 8, remember, facial nerve and vestibulocochlear nerve will exit out of the internal acoustic meatus. However, 7 is unique because it will travel further to the stylomastoid foramen, whereas 8 will just stay in the internal acoustic meatus to split between the vestibular nerve and the cochlear nerve. Then we have 9, 10, 11, glossopharyngeal, vagus nerve, and accessory nerve, which will travel out of the jugular foramen of the temporal bone. And then we will have finally number 12, which will travel out of the hypoglossal canal of the occipital bone. I hope this helps, and good luck studying.